You go ahead and hit record before I forget. Tonight we're going to be switching up the team call a little bit differently. Normally I have a ton of slides, but I'm going to go through our normal updates and announcements since we didn't do them last week. And then we're going to kind of just like, Amanda's going to chat with you guys and give you some inspiration, and we're going to like all kind of talk to each other, and we're going to make it a little bit different, talk about all of our goals, and just switch it up this week. Because I feel like the more we can talk with each other, as well as coming together to learn, the stronger we will be as a team, and we'll all reach our goals. So yeah, I'm going to mute you out real quick, Amanda. Let me make sure everyone's muted. I think everyone's muted. Yeah. All right, cool. So just some updates real quick. Tonight we're going to be talking about, sorry, I'm scatterbrained right now. Our topic tonight is how to be intentional and figure out your why again. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what that is in a minute before anything gets started. Lord Jesus. Mute everyone up. Okay, cool. So we're going to explain to you a little bit about what that is in a minute. But basically, if you have had a time in your business where you're not motivated, you're not really sure what to do, your vision's unclear, then that's something that we're going to help you get clear on tonight, and we're all going to get excited together. So first, some real quick recognition for our June Success Club leaderboard. This will be updated by tomorrow because there are several people on here, including myself, that did reach SC10 and SC5 that aren't on here. So we'll have the updated version tomorrow. But I'm just going to give some real quick shout outs. We had Chelsea, the other ones that got Success Club 10 along with myself. I will shout you guys out once I have the update tomorrow on the team page. So congrats to all of you. And in Success Club 5, we have Leslie, Sarah, Amanda, Shayna, Jessica P, Labrie, Mariah, Brianne, Chelsea E, Amanda R, and Angelique. And then also there's some more people that aren't on here that we will get added tomorrow. So congratulations to everybody. For those of you that are new coaches that are on here, Success Club is basically our one non-negotiable goal as a coach every single month, because it means that we are helping new people every month, and it guarantees that our income will grow every month. And coaches who earn Success Club on a consistent basis earn 70% more than coaches who do not. Plus, there's all these other cool things, like you get a free trip every year to somewhere really badass. If you reach it every month, you get different commissions and stuff like that when people order from the Beachbody website without you ever even talking to them. So there's some really awesome, amazing things about it. So congratulations to everyone that went for it in June. I know I was literally like, I signed like 4 people up the last day of June because I'm like, okay, we just got to get as many people in as we can. And, you know, you guys know, like, our focus has always been to put people first and not the points and not the numbers, because that's what matters. But I'm really, really striving to make sure that we're all doing that, because that's what matters anyway. It doesn't matter what we want. It matters what the people that we're talking to want. That's why we all started this, right? So congratulations to everybody. Need to know for the week and this month, 21 Day Fix and 21 Day Fix Extreme are on sale this month. Those are our challenge packs, and they're only $140. So people are basically getting the workout for almost free. It's only $10 extra for them to get the workout when they get Shakeology. So I always word it that way to people so that they realize how much money they're saving. Excuse me, summit registration, if you aren't registered already, make sure that you contact Coach Relations and get your track registration. For those of you that are new on here that don't know what Summit is, it's our annual conference. It's happening at the end of the month in Nashville, and we just have to make it a non-negotiable to get to these events if we want to have results in our business. So talk to myself or post in the team page if you need to know more about Summit. We did a whole team call on that, but it will change your life. Also, okay, that next bullet point I should have taken off. The national wake-up call this week was on keeping your coaches in the business with recognition. So it's just some tips on how you can help your team by recognizing them and keeping them going. Our groups for this month, we are doing our Love Yourself Challenge, which Amanda posted about in the team page earlier. That's going to start on July 18th. Our Sneak Peek Week will start on July 25th, per the usual. And New Coach Bootcamp will start, we do have the July one that will start next week. We changed it because it was a holiday this week, so we didn't want to start it on the holiday. Normally we would start it the first week of the month, as you guys know. So the new coach boot camp will start the week after sneak peek week, which is the first week of August. So just in case you guys were wondering, this is our July calendar. It's pinned to the top of the team page. We're not going to be doing 5-day challenges team wide anymore because I was on a call a week or two ago, I can't remember, with all of the other coaches that are 5-star diamonds and above. So it was all of the top leaders in the company. We were discussing, just what we need to do as leaders to keep our teams really focused and keeping our teams focused on why we all started doing this business, which is getting people results. And the thing that keeps coming to me a lot is just keeping it as simple as possible. So because of that, I feel that it is best for us to just do one team-wide challenge group a month, which is our normal 30-day challenge. It'll start on the 18th, the Love Yourself Challenge, like I mentioned. And you guys are welcome to still do 5-day challenges, team up with other people on the tribe, do it on your own. I've done 5-day challenges in the past. And when I'm saying 5-day challenges, I'm talking about 5-day Shakeology challenges. I've done them in the past before where I've just emailed people the motivational videos and, daily check-ins, and all of that information is in the file section in the team page if you need it. So we're just focusing on this one thing because I feel like the more simple we can be, the easier it will be for all of us to build our business and help more people. And the reason why 5-day Shakeology challenges are very important to try if you're not getting results, if you're not getting Success Club, is because it gives people a chance to try out Shakeology for less. It's only like $30 for the sample pack. That way they can try it out. So just, be encouraged to do that if you're having trouble, getting people signed up for the longer challenge. And if you're having trouble getting people signed up for the longer challenge, if you're getting objections, then always don't hesitate to post in the team page. Reach out to myself or anyone else. I forgot to list this on here, but our Mission to Success Club group will start on the 15th of the month, which I think that's next week. So for those of you that are reaching for Success Club and need some additional guidance, we'll have that group for you. I share tips in there on how to write messages, what to say back to people, how to reach Success Club that I don't share in the main team page. So when we open that up, let us know if you'd like to join us. Upcoming events, like we talked about, we have Summit, we have GoPro at the end of the year with Tony Robbins, Richard Branson, and Eric Worre. It will change your life. I have 25 tickets that I purchased last year that I'm going to do payment plans for you guys so that you can make sure you get there. They're super inexpensive, so we'll be talking more about that soon. Also, our Diamond Retreat in Hawaii has been changed to January. I need to make a video on this, but basically, I wanted to make sure that more people had the opportunity to go. And plus, since we have Summit, a lot of us are going to the Lewis Howes event and there's the Eric Worre event. I felt like it would also be better to just do that in January so that we can all stay focused on these events. But stay tuned for more information on that. I'm going to take a screenshot so that I remember to make a video on it. But it's basically, for those of you that don't know, it's an all expenses paid trip to Hawaii. All you have to do is pay for your plane ticket to get there, and I'll be hosting a retreat for everyone that's diamond and above on the leadership ladder. I don't know why this showed up like that because I forgot to move the quote on the screen. That was why I exited it before editing it. So tonight, Amanda and I, we were talking the other day just about her trip to Florida to visit her family and a conversation that she was having with her husband. And this was all inspired by something she heard at church when she was in Florida. So we're going to be talking tonight about how to be intentional and figure out your why again. And I really just like this quote: "A goal should scare you a little and excite you a lot." And I just feel like it's so important. Lewis talked about this on our call last week. But the thing is, if we're just in this business and we don't know why we're doing it, or even in any area of life, if we don't have a reason why we're doing something, or if the reason isn't powerful enough, like I'll give you a fitness example. If the reason why you want to lose 15 pounds is just to fit in a pair of jeans, I'm going to be honest, that's going to wear off after a little while. It has to be deeper than that. So having your why you're why you're a coach, why are you doing this business, what your goals are, what you're going after, what your vision is, it's so important. And I've had to reinvent mine constantly over and over again because as I create a why, I achieve that goal and I keep achieving it. So you kind of have to keep reinventing it as you go along, and it'll get bigger as you go along. And I feel like anytime you create a goal, or a reason why you're doing something, it needs to be so big that it scares the shit out of you, because you have to use that to inspire you and motivate you, not to overwhelm you. It needs to make you excited, because if it's not something big enough, you're just going to be like, okay, this is boring. Like, let me go do something else. So I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to stop sharing as well. I want to hand it over to Amanda, and she's just going to tell you guys a little bit about her trip, her why, and how that kind of reignited her why, and then we'll go from there. So I'm going to hand it over to you, Boo.
Hello, everybody. All right. So Jess and I were talking, like she said last week, and I know not everybody's like, she said, I heard this at church, so I don't want you to think this is going to be some crazy, like, gospel preaching, because that's really not my style. But my parents just kind of, they have this church that's amazing, and the preacher down there loves to just talk. And it was one of the best speeches, best inspirational things I had heard in maybe years. I'm not really sure, but it was so awesome. So basically what he does is he walks around the church and talks to you. And what he talked about was basically just being, really motivated about what you want to do and why you want to do it. And he kept using the word intentional. And for some reason that day, it just really applied to me. So I started talking to Jess. And I was like, this is what he said. Be intentional with what we do. So let's just say us for existence. We love helping people. We love getting people motivated. We really want to make money in this business, because that's, keep it real, we're not doing this for just fun. It is fun, but you want to make money at the end of the day. You want to make this your business. You have to be intentional about it. And the example that he used for himself was, he had randomly, I think I told Jess this story, they had the crazy, sad Orlando thing happen the day before. Well, he had already said he was going to go to a mosque the day before. Well, that's the last place he wanted to go with these, Muslim people would think. But he said he was going to go. So he shows up, a Catholic priest at a Muslim place. They don't shoo him out because he was intentional. He intentionally wanted to go, talk to them, invite them to church, invite them to know that they're welcome no matter what they want to do, because that's what he does. He's completely intentional about what he does. He loves everybody. He does not care. And so for us, it really resonated for me and our team, because what we want to do is help people at the end of the day. We want to help people get healthy, help people love themselves again. And to do that, you have to be super intentional with your posts, with, almost annoyingly so. Because if anybody follows me on Facebook, I'm super annoying. Like, I love to post about, like, I just did another workout and I just got done with my clients and I just did this. Like, it's annoying. I get it. But you know what? It gets me a lot of clients and it gets me people to follow. And because I'm intentional about it, it makes people want to work out with me. And that makes people happy. And that makes, like Jess just said, it makes you want to help people. They know I want to help people because I say it, I do it, they see me doing it. So you have to be super intentional about what you're doing. The other thing that we talked about was in the car today on the way home, because we were at a friend's house last night, we were talking about my work, because I work about 3 days a week still at a night job. And one of the guys that I got, that I'd worked with for about 4 years, randomly got fired today. Super sad. He's like my work husband. We work all the time. But the good news is he already has another job, because he was smart about it and kind of knew that things were going funny. So he started to be super intentional about what he wanted to do. And he was like, I'm going to go figure out what I want to do. I'm going to do that. And that's what I'm going to do, which is exactly what we're all doing. We all want to help people. So we're doing the Beachbody thing. Well, it didn't hurt him today, which was exciting for me, because he got let go from this job that he didn't want to be at anyways, that they let him go in the worst possible way for no apparent reason, but he wasn't upset about it. And it was like this little bell went off in my head that was like, it's because he was intentional about what he wanted to do. He wanted to go do this other job that he'd already applied for, that he already got accepted for, so he wasn't worried about it. So basically, I don't want to scare anybody, because I know Jess and I talked about that earlier, but Beachbody needs to be something that you don't take for granted. And it's, I know it's extra money for some people, but things can happen and things can change. I've been let go from jobs, I know we probably all have, randomly and out of nowhere. And you gotta have something in your back pocket like Beachbody or something else that's going to help you to stay afloat. And I'm not saying that to scare you. I'm just saying, like, if you're going to do this, let's do it. If we want to be the top tribe, let's do it. You know, and let's all try really, really hard to be intentional, and let's say the word 1,000 times a day and in your posts, and, you know, kind of prove to everybody that this is really, really what you want to do. And I don't know, just stay on top of it, I guess, is my best thing to say. But I loved everything that I learned last week, and I loved everything he said. It just kind of really ignited something in me. So I really felt like I needed to tell the team about this, and taking a vacation and taking a break from social media was kind of the best thing I've done in a long time. I didn't have to work for like 7 days. And I came back with this like great spirit of like, I'm not going to work a night job anymore. Be intentional. I'm going to do it. And I've already have 4 new coaches that are going to be in Sneak Peek in 2 days. And, you know, 3 new challenge packs that are going to be sold this week, and other things that are going to happen. So, and it's all because I took the initiative. I was intentional about it, and it happens. You just have to believe it. So, I don't know if you want to add anything else in there, Jess. So I went on like a long rant for a minute.
I love it. I'm going to ask you some questions because there's
Sure.
stuff that I know, but not everyone else knows. So could you tell us a little bit about why you went to Florida and why you were so motivated when you got back? Well, let me back up a minute. Tell us what your original why was when you started, and then what made you go to Florida, and then how you kind of felt when you got back, and how you used that to ignite you to talk to more people this week. And
okay, my original why, my big scary why, was to not work my night job anymore, just work Beachbody from home and being with my little girl, and to move to Florida. And my parents live down there, and my husband and I and my daughter are super close with them. So that was how we ended up down there last week. We've been a couple times this year already, and we're trying to move to the same place they live. So that's my big scary why, because it's scary because we live in Indiana right now. So to get up and move with a 4-year-old is a little crazy and really scary.
I love it. So could you tell the tribe just a little bit about, like, okay, so for example, I'm so tired of reading right now. I know me and you, so just so that you guys know, me and Amanda are on the same cycle when it comes to our periods. So we always get really funky on the same week, and we get really hormonal and really like tired and bitchy, and we don't want to do anything. So we were texting earlier, and I'm like, girl, I don't want to do anything, but I'm still going to do it. And she's like, me too, we got this. So I'm saying all that to say, you know, none of us like are motivated every day. We all have days where we're tired, but we're using our why to push us. So can you just tell the team a little bit about what you do to stay motivated, how you use your why to push you? What are some of your tips? I know I'm putting you on the spot. I didn't prepare.
No, it's okay.
What do you do when you're tired? Like, anything you want to add just about that?
When I'm tired, I do it anyways. And I know that sounds really cliche and like stupid and boring, but this right here is I don't know how many mommies are on the page right now, but this right here keeps me motivated because I love staying home with her. And that is my greatest fear is missing something with her. So I look at her. Yes, she's Julia. And my biggest fear is missing anything that she does. And I've always been kind of a server forever, so I've always worked nights. So every time I think like, I don't want to get up, I don't want to do this workout, I don't want to, I already know it's going to make me feel better. And I just think about my big scary why, and it's never going to happen if I don't do it. So you just kind of have to do it. And I wish I had a better explanation of it, but it's like, you just got to think about your big scary why. And I think it's a little bit scarier to never accomplish it, at least for me. Like going on vacation and being able to think about everything, it is scarier for me to live here forever, working nights 3 days a week, missing something for her, than it ever would be to just put myself out there and go do it. Because I'm always going to regret it, and you should never have regrets. So just go do it. You just have to.
I really like that you said that, because that's what has really motivated me to just keep pushing the last few years since I started my business. Because I mean, when I first started this, you guys, I wasn't like Amanda. Like, I was afraid of everything. So for me to push past my fear, I had to have a really big why to keep me going. But I also, like Amanda said, had to be more afraid of staying stuck and wondering, what if I would have never done this, than just doing it. And that's why I continue pushing myself out of my comfort zone on a daily basis. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I post on Facebook now, or overcoming objections with people scare the shit out of me still, but I care about people and I have a big why, and I use that to, keep me going. And like Amanda said, it would scare me to not do it more than it would to just do it. I really like that quote of the day. I'm going to throw in there too that I know one thing that helps me is setting up as much accountability as I can around all of my goals. And this is something that I used to hate doing like so much, because let's be honest, I hated it because I didn't want to do it. And I didn't want to have someone to hold me accountable because I didn't want to let them down, and I really didn't want to do it. So, as you guys know, I've moved to Hawaii, then I moved back to California. I'm moving into my own place next month. I'm going to 2 conferences this month. I have a lot of stuff going on. I can make every excuse in the books to not work my business this month, but my why is so big and I'm so committed to it that I literally have accountability set up with probably 6 different people now in every area of my life, so that I don't make excuses and give up like I had done in the past, because my why is too important to me. And the big part, we're going to go around here in a second. Well, I'll just leave that for then. We can all talk about our whys in a second. But I just wanted to throw that in there. I mean, I know a lot of you girls, let's see, let me scroll through. Like Dana, for example, she hired a life coach, and that's really helping her. Dana says, raise the roof with her accountability. Amanda and I have been doing weekly accountability for her goals like the last 2 months. Nicole and I have been also doing that for the last month or so. Sierra and I just started. I won't go through everybody, but I'm just giving you guys some examples. And those people that I have the accountability set up with are having results, and they're doing things, and they're going places because they know they're going to have to talk to me the next week. And, I'm sure they all have various reasons as to why they do it. But when we have accountability set up, we don't want to let other people down. We don't want to let ourselves down. So I feel like that is super important. I mean, raise your hand. I want to see a show of hands if you hate accountability, but you love it because it keeps you on track. I mean, anytime you want to take it to a new level in your life and you're not going anywhere and you feel stuck, it's because you're not pushing yourself enough, or you don't have someone else pushing you to the next level and you're in your comfort zone. So is there anything else that you want to say about all this, Amanda, before we kind of move on?
I was going to maybe talk a little bit about how we were talking about if it's too overwhelming for you, because I know we talked about that earlier, maybe cut it down a little bit every day. Maybe just because the rest of us are sending out 20 or 30 invites a day, because I know I did the same thing. And for last month, I sent out a ton of invites. So I was talking to people every day for 30 days straight. So this month I've kind of cut it down to 5 a day. I know, Jess, you said you were doing the same thing. So you have to adjust, and it's kind of an ebb and flow in the business where some months you're going to really want to talk to that many people. And there's other months where you're really going to want to focus and find new people and figure out what they want, what their why is, and kind of be able to really have that personal relationship with them, because that helps really get them signed up, get them wanting to do what we're doing, get them to follow what we're doing, and just do it that way. So kind of listen to what your body is saying and what your mind's saying. Don't give up and don't not work. But if you're overwhelmed, kind of maybe write down what you're doing every day and adjust it. If it's too much, then cut it in half. If you need to take a break for a day or a weekend, take a break. I have a 4-year-old, if you can hear her, sorry. But yeah, if you need to take a break, take a break. And we talked a lot about that yesterday. Or today, actually, earlier. I'm losing my mind from her. So yeah, if you need to cut it down, that would be my big advice too. Just cut it down. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
I really agree with that. And like Amanda was saying, hang on, I'm going to mute you out. I just get distracted when I hear stuff. But Amanda and I were talking about this earlier, and I just lost my train of thought. Our business is going to be in seasons. And the biggest way that I've tripled or quadrupled my income in 2 months is by working a lot of hours and talking to a lot of people and being really focused on one goal for 30 days. And then I go back into, okay, this month I'm going to talk to 5 people a day instead of 20 people a day. So that's kind of what I've been doing, because last month I was going batshit crazy and was talking to as many people as I could. But now I'm focusing on quality more so than quantity. And I feel like if our goals are too big for like the short term, like, I mean, anyone can totally be a diamond coach in 7 days. That's easy done. But if your goal is like you want to be a 10-star diamond in a week, like that's unrealistic. And if you're trying to do everything you can and bust your ass to do that, you're going to burn yourself out and overwhelm yourself. And then you're not going to move forward. And the reason why sometimes it's important, like Amanda was saying, to cut back and listen to yourself if you feel overwhelmed. I take days off on the weekends. I take days off in the middle of the week. I'll take a couple hours off, or sometimes I take the afternoon off if I feel burned out, because we're not going to do any good work if we're feeling burned out. And it's going to come across in our conversations. And what we put out there is what we're going to get back in. So we need to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves. There's something else that I was going to say, and I kind of just lost it. Oh, and the reason why this is so important, I talked about this when I was on Facebook Live in the team page yesterday, I think it was, that if you want to build a solid foundation to your business, consistency is key. You've got to show up every single day. Even if you're only talking to one person a day, you need to be talking to at least one new person a day every day and inviting one new person a day every day. Because if you guys have never read The Compound Effect or The Slight Edge, you've got to go read those. The Slight Edge was the first book I read as a coach. And in The Compound Effect, Darren Hardy basically talks about, there's like a weight loss example or a weight gain example. So if every day, I can't remember the exact time frame, but we're just going to pretend. If every day for 2 years you eat 100 calories less than you were before, you can lose like 30 pounds or something. I'm making up the numbers, but just go with it for the example. You can lose 30 pounds. But if you eat 100 calories more than what you're supposed to in 2 years every single day, it's only that little bit extra every day. You can gain 30 pounds in 2 years. So the same with your business. If you talk to one person a day, every single day, I mean, I would recommend you at least talk to 2, but if you talk to 2 people a day, every single day for a year, you're going to be reaching Success Club every month. You're going to be growing your income. You're going to be helping more people. But if you show up once a week and just do a little bit, and you're in and out and you're not consistent, people are not going to trust you. It's going to be hard to keep the wheel going because it's kind of like pumping a well. Whenever you're pumping it, it's really, really, really hard in the beginning. And then it starts to get really, really easy because you're in the flow. And then when you let go and you take a break, it's going to be hard. You're going to have to keep pumping it really, really hard again. So it's better to just do a little bit each day if that's all that you can maintain without going crazy. And like Amanda said, me and her, and some of us on the tribe, we get crazy. Like I know Sierra is sending out like 80 invites and wants to be diamond by next week. But if that doesn't resonate with you, then don't do it that way. You have to do your business the way that resonates with you. And what resonates for me is doing big, huge blitzes and seasons and then going back to 5 a day. So I know you guys are typing in the chat box. Let's see. Erica said, I do great with posting and I'm comfortable sending mass invites from an event page, but I always skip over the meat of working the business, finding new people and initiating conversations and keeping up with my notes on my contact list. Love your live videos. Okay, Amanda, do you want to answer or speak to what Erica said about how she does great with posting and sending mass invites from an event page, but with finding new people and initiating conversations? Do you want to speak to that? Let me unmute you real quick. Why can't I unmute you? There you go.
Yeah, I totally get that. I did that, especially in the first month. I would be on top of it and invite all these people and it'd be great. And I really didn't have any way to keep track of everything, if that makes sense. I don't know if you have, I like to write things. And I know Jess and I talk about that all the time and a couple girls on the tribe. I have a little notebook. So like right now, my notebook says, see if I can find the page, but it says like July new people. So if I get leads, those people go under my leads and I have their email address and I have their phone number if they give them to you, because you'll get Facebook leads eventually when you get Emerald or whatever. So I have all that information. Then I have something whenever I contact them, something about them that I can check back in on. Say, how's your daughter? Was your vacation good? Just something really small, because if I have a bunch of words on a page, I'm like scatterbrained. So then when you get new people, I have a new people list as well. And I have that on the same page as my July leads. And I try to keep it super simple, not a bunch of pages because that's crazy. I can't keep focused. So I have one page that says all of it. Same thing with their phone number if that's how I'm talking to them, Facebook if that's how I'm talking to them, Instagram, wherever you're talking to them at. And one little thing about them, like why did they want to, why were they interested? What do they like doing? When did they say they wanted to start? What are they interested in or what are their fears? And then when I go into my messenger or into my texts, I know, okay, hey, I haven't talked to her for a day. Let's see what she's up to. Don't go back into it like, oh my gosh, are you ready to sign up? That is terrible. People don't like that. So you can check back in and say, like I said, say she just got back from vacation. Say, hey, Sam, how was vacation? I hope it was awesome. I hope you've had a good week. I learned that from Jess too and a couple people on the team. And then they'll check back with you. Oh, it was great. How was your week? And then it's easier to kind of start a conversation. But if you just keep it really, really, really simple, I've gotten good at that the past 30 days. It's much easier to not get overwhelmed with checking back in with people. Does that make sense? So just keep it really, really, really simple. And if you do it that way and you don't overcomplicate it, then it's just easier. And people sign up because they want to.
Yeah.
Not because you're begging them to. I don't know if that answered all your questions, Erica. You can say like thumbs up, thumbs down if I didn't answer something else. I will.
Her and Deborah were both kind of asking, and I want to answer this kind of quickly, not because I don't want to talk about this, but we can do a separate team call about this because I do want to get to the rest of what we're going to talk about. But people were asking about initiating conversations and saying that they can't initiate conversations. And I want to throw in something about that real quick. I think a couple of things. I think number one, if you don't know how to initiate conversations, then you need to do personal development on that. There's a whole entire list in the team page focused on those things. How to Win Friends and Influence People is a great book to read that all the top network marketers recommend. And my second tip would be to just pretend like you're talking to a friend. Practice on your friends. Like whenever I'm mentoring people and they get stuck on conversations, I basically just say, okay, girl, what would you say if you're talking to me? So because we're friends. So just pretend that you're talking to friends. And if there's things that you suck at, I used to suck at recruiting, believe it or not. I was terrified to invite people to coaching, and now it's my favorite thing to do. How did I get better at it? I just focused on improving that skill every single day. So I did personal development. I practiced it. I did it even though it scared me. I sucked and I fell on my face a million times and I probably looked retarded, but I didn't care because I wanted to help people and I wanted to focus, or I wanted to achieve my big why. So that would be my advice. Do you want to throw anything into that, Amanda?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that you're just scared. When people say they don't know how to initiate a conversation, you're just scared to, and that's okay because we were all nervous to like reach out to people, but you don't need to reach out to people and say like, hey, how are you? I'm a Beachbody coach and da-da-da-da. Like, don't do that. Just keep it really, really simple. And that's what's helped me. And I know it's helped Jess too. Keep it simple. Just say, hi, how are you? How was your day? I saw on Facebook that you went to some restaurant near you. I love their chicken salad. I don't know. Like, just keep it super simple. It's so dumb, but like people will be like, oh, okay. And then they'll get on there and type to you. And then it's so easy. And then you immediately start a conversation because you're a normal human being. That's a normal conversation you could even have with a stranger. Like you'd say, oh, I like that too. And then you just go on. So it sounds silly, but it literally works. Don't be scared because you're on the internet anyways. It's not like you're meeting these people face to face. You're never going to see them until they actually sign up. So don't be scared.
Yeah. If you guys feel stuck, like the only thing that's going to make you not afraid is to keep doing it. And that's what makes the fear go away. And you really need to focus on personal development, focused on that for confidence, which we also have on the list in the team page. And if you ever don't know what to say, go back to the basics. Go review our boot camp videos. We teach you step by step in boot camp exactly how to start conversations, what to say, and we're actually redoing all the boot camp videos, and we'll have a brand new boot camp. We're getting together after this call tonight to finish planning it, but several of us on the team are doing brand new videos for New Coach Boot Camp training, so you can come into that training next week if you need a refresh. When I started this, we didn't have any training, so I had no idea what was going on, but my sponsor would send me like videos that were on YouTube that she found. on how to talk to people. I mean, there's tons of videos out there on how to be successful at network marketing, how to connect with people. I mean, you have to like be proactive. And I mean, she would send me videos to watch. I would have to rewatch them 8 million times, but I was also going out there myself looking for things. I wasn't just waiting for her to send me stuff. So sometimes you just have to like be proactive. And if you don't know what to look for, then, you know, talk to some other people on the team and get some suggestions. And I know there's a lot of other stuff in the chat box, and it's not that I don't want to answer these things, but it's kind of, I want to get to the rest of the stuff because we do have another call at 6 o'clock. Well, 6 o'clock my time. So I want to get to all these things and talk about this more, Erica and Deborah, and I love that you're answering these questions, but for the sake of time, we kind of have to move on since we're on a time crunch tonight. And we can always do a team call about this too. Would you guys like that? To do a team call about new contacts? And there's also ones, past ones that I've done before that, in the past where I teach you guys how to connect in person and on social media. So I can send you guys the links for those recordings too. If you guys just Facebook message me, please, to remind me, I'll send you that after we get off of here. Okay. So one of the big things Amanda and I wanted to talk to you tonight about, I mean, we've already been talking about your why and kind of, she kind of shared with you how she went to Florida and how that reignited her why, like being around her family really made her be like, when she got home, she's like, okay, like I really got to do this. So what we kind of want to do is we want to go around and talk to all of you guys and just get you guys to share about what your why is. I mean, here, I'm going to share my screen again real quick. I actually just did a new vision board a few days ago because real quick, Amanda, because I felt like I needed to reignite my why and remind myself why I'm doing this. So this is like some personal stuff on here too, but right now I'm about to move to LA and get my own place, and I'm going to have to pay to furnish the whole entire apartment, and I like nice stuff. So I'm not motivated just by money. Of course, I'm always motivated by helping people first, but I really want to have a badass apartment. And I also want to be able to fly to visit my parents every week if I wanted to. I want to be able to teach other women how to do this. And that's the big why that keeps me going every single day when I don't want to work, is because, you know, I became debt free. I made 6 figures a year in 2 years. Like I got to that level in 2 years, and that's great and cool. But I want to teach other people how to do that too. And whenever I don't feel like doing anything each day, I remind myself of these things like, okay, I want to see my family more. I need to help more people on the tribe do this. I want to have really nice stuff in my apartment. And it's okay if you have financial goals. It's okay if you have materialistic goals. We like the things we like for a reason. It's not bad. Money's not bad. We have to take all limiting beliefs and blocks off around money, because if you're telling yourself things, I mean, this is something that I had to do a lot of work on, because in 2000, hang on, I have to think about the years. In 2014, I made $40,000 with Beachbody. In 2015, I made $130,000. So my income almost quadrupled in a year's time. And what did I have to change? I had to remove these limiting blocks, because I always thought that it was bad to make a lot of money. And my parents always used to say money doesn't grow on trees. And I had all these limiting beliefs about money, and money doesn't come into you, or it doesn't flow into you when you have all these limiting beliefs and blocks, because what you put out there is what you're going to get. So if you're thinking about talking about all these bad things about money, it's not going to come into you. And it's not bad. Like, money is a neutral resource, basically. It's either going to magnify the person you are. So if you're a good person, it's going to magnify how good of a person you are. You can give more to more charities or support mission trips, which is what I like to do. Or if you're a bad person and you're already a douchebag, it's just going to magnify that, because you're going to go spend it on drugs and alcohol and prostitutes and all that stuff. So you have to just remember, money is a neutral resource. And my belief is that God wants us to have a lot of money so that we can show other people what's possible. I have the chills talking about this. And show other people that they can have whatever kind of life that they want. God did not put us on this planet to be humble or live a mediocre life. He put us on this planet to inspire people and help people. So what keeps me going every day is showing people what's possible. I'm going off on a tangent now, because I'm from South Carolina, you guys. Like, I didn't live away from the South. Like, I lived in Georgia and North Carolina. And then I moved to California last year and Hawaii, and I've done all these things. And I never, ever, ever thought that it would be possible for me to have this kind of life. And I know so many other people feel that way. So I feel passionate about showing other women what's possible, because so many women don't believe in themselves. So if before we get to talking, because I promise we're going to get to that in a second, if you have blocks or limiting beliefs when it comes to money and you're really having trouble raising your income, then you really need to go watch The Secret on Netflix. It will change your life. And read Think and Grow Rich. It will change your life. I do affirmations every single morning and every single night, along with gratitude. And it just becomes a habit, because I do it. I do it right when I make my coffee in the morning, and at bed, or at night, right when I go to bed. So something triggers it to remind me of doing it. And it will feel weird at first, because it's not a normal habit that you have, but don't let it overwhelm you. Just keep doing it. And I promise you, it will change your life. So this is a whole other topic and a whole other tangent. You guys are typing in the chat box. I'm doing the Miracle Morning right now. Love it. I've heard really good things about that book. So now I want to hear from you guys and hear about what y'all's whys are. I don't even know if that's proper English. See, if I can do this business, anyone can do this business. So I'm just going to go around.
Okay, do I really have to do this? I take care of both of my grandmas, and I need to find a way to earn money from home. Plus, when the grandmas no longer need care, which is kind of sad to think about, I want to travel. So that's why I started getting into Beachbody. I mean, I love helping people and stuff too, but I know that after 4.5 years of being in this past year, being pretty much housebound, I'm ready to move on.
I love it, girl. I love it, love it, love it. Thank you for sharing. I won't make you talk anymore, because I know not everyone likes doing these kind of things. But thank you so much for sharing. And I want you all, as I pick on you, to, I should have mentioned this before, I want you all to think about, like, take any blocks off. Like, don't worry about time. Don't worry about money. Pretend that you have all the time and all the money in the world possible. And tell me what your why is based on that, because anything is possible. And I want you guys to really, as you're telling us your why and your goals, really think about how it makes you feel. Like, how would it make you feel to do that? And what I like to do when I'm doing my affirmations, I have the vision board that's on my laptop that I look at every day, and I focus on it. And I like to close my eyes and visualize. And I think about it actually happening and how it would make me feel. So when I'm doing my affirmations, I like to do that. And the thing is, you guys, if you can do that and think about how it makes you feel, and you can, like, I don't know, it just makes it even more real, and it makes it more, I don't know what the word is, like, you're going to feel more encouraged and motivated to work towards what you're doing. So really think about that. Deborah, you're next in my screen. Give me a thumbs up if I can unmute you. I think you're at work. Can I? No, I can't unmute you. Okay. Deborah, will you share with us in the chat box what your why is? Nicole said, don't call on me. I really don't want to wake this baby. Okay, Nicole and Deborah, can you guys share your why in the chat boxes? Erica, you're next on the screen. Are you good to be unmuted, love? Yeah? Okay. All right, love, what is your why?
Probably the biggest one for me is just to be able to travel more, and just like have more time off from work and see the sun, stuff like that, and just not have any, like, money stress. My husband's out of a job right now too, so it would be nice if I could kind of make up for that while he's looking.
For sure. You can do all of it. How would it make you feel to do that? What are the first words that pop into your mind?
Capable and accomplished, and just proud of myself.
I love it, girl. Cool. And where else do you want to travel?
Well, I want to do a cross-country trip, like road trip, and also want to go to Ireland and Australia.
I love it. We'll go to all those places together. I did cross country last year twice. It was fun. We'll just, like, we should all take a tribe travel the world trip. Who's in? I love it. Thanks, Erica. You're awesome. All right, Sierra, you're next on the screen, love. Give me a thumbs up if I can unmute you. All right, girl, share your why with us, boo.
Okay, can you guys all hear me?
Yeah, girl.
Okay. So I kind of have like a lot of whys, but it's gotten bigger like just recently this week. Because I really absolutely hate waking up at 5:30 in the morning and going to a real job. I just quit yesterday, even though I'm not making a lot of money. My husband allowed me to quit because I felt miserable. Like I hated everything. Like I didn't even have a good conversation with my husband while I was working ever because I was just so miserable. So after talking with him, he let me quit because he knows I'm serious about this. So pretty much my why is to not have to ever work again. So I have to make this work in order to get money to like support both of us and obviously. But I also want to like pay it back to him because he's been supporting me when I first moved to Texas with him. He's in the Army, so he's basically been supporting like everything that I've been doing, and I kind of want to pay it back to him. You know what I mean? Like I want to help him out, and he's been paying all our bills. But also I want to one of my big whys too is I want to like move into a nice house because we live in a really shitty apartment. And I keep like looking in my backyard and seeing all like my neighbors, and I don't really live in like that good of a neighborhood, so I keep imagining like the neighborhood I want to live in. And the only way that I'm going to be able to do that is if I make this work, because we can't do that with just his paycheck. So that's kind of my why. I mean, I have like more I could even tell you, but those are like my biggest whys, I guess.
I love it, girl. Thanks for
Yeah.
sharing.
You're welcome.
How would it make you feel to do those things?
Oh, it makes me almost want to cry because like it'll just feel good to be able to stay home and like actually do something that I actually really like to. Like I love being home, obviously we all do, but I love talking to people all day, like especially all you guys. Like I can't believe like this is a job. It's just, I don't know, it just makes me happy. Like I can't even, like my face is on fire thinking about it.
I love it. I have the chills everywhere.
Oh,
I love hearing from you guys. This is awesome. Thanks, Sierra. All right, Alex, can I unmute you, girl? Are you ready? Yay. Alex is one of my new coaches, guys, so give her a big warm welcome. Raise the roof. Virtual hugs.
Thanks, guys. Well, my why, Sierra, I am so with you on what you just said. My husband and I are both working musicians, so as most people know, that doesn't come with a very good retirement plan. And it's really difficult to kind of see ourselves like where we're going as far as finances in the next few years. We're fortunate enough to have solid work as musicians, but also it's a big if all the time. So I really want to be able to help people because I absolutely love just like bringing like joy and light into people's lives. And I know a lot of people that are unhealthy and not happy with themselves, and I really want to help them, but also because I want my husband and I to be able to not worry about finances. You know, if he has to cancel a gig or if one of our shows gets canceled or something like that, it's not like the end of the world because I want to have something that we're solid and we can, you know, prosper, that we want to travel and do all those things too. But, you know, it's really difficult to do that on a musician's income. So really, I just want to be able to provide happiness and financial stability for my husband and myself.
Oh, I love that. I just have the chills even more from hearing from all you guys. Love it. So where all do you guys want to travel? I mean, I know that I kind of already know this, but since we're like talking to
we want to go everywhere. He loves food. He really wants to go to Italy, and I do too. So there's a lot of places. We want to go everywhere. Philippines, everywhere.
That's awesome. I love it. How would it make you feel to be able to do those things, girl?
Truly amazing, because I know that I would be bringing something to our family that, you know, is irreplaceable and invaluable. So
Oh, I love it. Love it. Thanks so much, girl. I'm going to meet you back. I loved your little raise the roof. Raise hands, whatever that was. That was cute. I liked it. I just thought of something, guys, as we were all kind of talking about this that I want to throw in there. I know Nicole and Deborah shared their why in the chat box. I'm going to read it to you guys in a minute. But this is just something that came to me. And I feel like when I first became a coach and I didn't have the story that I have now, I was intimidated to talk to people about this because I hadn't achieved success myself yet. But I want to tell you guys that it's actually an advantage for you that you are not at the quote unquote level that I'm at, because when I tell people that I make 6-figure residual income or that I'm debt free and I quit my job at 25, like they kind of just look at me like, what is that? Is that real? Like they don't believe me. It's not as relatable because most people don't have that story. So you're actually in an advantage that you don't have such a big story. We'll call it quote unquote big story, because every single person, even if you haven't earned $1 yet from Beachbody, there's so many other amazing things that we have from this tribe that we're on, like the support and the encouragement, the accountability, the positivity from the personal development, all these things. And the point that I'm getting to is that what each one of us just said when we went around and shared our whys, that is what we have to remember when we're talking to people about this opportunity, that all of this is possible. You guys know that it's possible, even if you haven't reached your big goal yet yourself. It is possible. There's proof on our team. There's proof in Beachbody. There's so many people that have done it. So remember what your why is and what the other girls on the tribe, what our why is when you're talking to prospects and potential people that may want to do this, and keep that in the back of your mind. I mean, when I first started this and I didn't have results, that's why the big opportunity that I knew that there was with this, that people could do all these things, they could travel, they could quit their jobs. I had not done it yet, but I felt like I was a bad person if I didn't go scream this out to the whole world and tell them that. And I feel that way even more so now that I've been doing this 3.5 years consistently. And I don't know, like I just feel like I have to tell everyone about it because everyone deserves that. Like most people don't think that it's possible to have that kind of life, but it is. So we just have to remember that when we're talking to people. I have the chills again. So Deborah said that her why is her and her fiance just found a house they want to get, and it needs work before they move in, and they have no furniture. So in about 3 or less months, she needs flooring, appliances, furniture. She has maternity leave soon and it's unpaid. The bills are going to come in. So her why is just to provide for my family and make a good, amazing home for this baby boy, as well as replacing her income by her due date and being able to never go back after maternity leave. I love that, Deborah. That's amazing. So tell us in the chat box how that would make you feel. Nicole's why is I don't want to go to work anymore. I work 2 jobs and I feel like it takes over my life. I love being a massage therapist, but I want to do this as a hobby instead. And we want to start a family and I want to stay home with them. Oh my God, I love this. And you guys, this is such a life-changing gift that we have, that we can help other people do this. Like think about all the women out there that want to start families or stay at home with their families that aren't already. Like I'm not a mom, but I'm passionate about helping moms be able to stay at home with their families, or people that want to do that. So Nicole, how would it make you feel if you reached that big goal? Amanda said, my other big why is to have another baby. Oh, I love that. That's amazing. These are all such amazing things, you guys. And the reason why I wanted to get on this call and talk to you guys about these things is because I feel like it's important for us to share these things with each other. And, you know, when we talk about it more and we put it out there, it makes it more real. And I didn't believe in myself like my first, I kind of went through phases. I really believed in myself. I quit my job quickly. Then after that, I kind of stopped believing in myself. And then I got to another level and then I stopped believing in myself. So you kind of just have to keep going at each new level you get to and each goal you reach. You kind of have to figure it all out over again. But the reason why I wanted to share all these things with you guys is because I'm sure there's a lot of you on here that may feel like I felt as a new coach. Or even if you've been doing this a few months and you haven't gotten the results you wanted, maybe you just feel stuck, like you don't know how you're ever going to reach that goal. So I just want to give you guys some encouragement and tell you guys, or I already did tell you guys, but I wanted to share with you guys some of the things that I do that have helped me keep going in this business, because it's not always going to be easy, but we're so blessed that we are able to do this. Like Sierra was saying, like, how is this real life that we actually get paid to do this? I mean, that's insane. Like, when I started this, I didn't even know that you could make money with it. I thought it was just a way to help people reach their fitness goals. And then when I found out that it was, I didn't think I'd ever make money with it because I didn't want to be a salesperson, but I didn't care because I wanted to help people. I'd do it all day for free. I don't care because that's what it's all about. So I feel like it was really important for us to all get together so we can talk to each other, share about what our whys are. Let me see what you guys are typing in the chat box. Deborah said, like a good mother and not a mess. LOL. It seriously make me pee myself if it happens. I'd be in shock. It will happen, girl. It will. Make that into your affirmations. Nicole said it would make me feel like a rock star, like Like, I accomplished something I said I could never do 2 years ago when the opportunity was first brought to my attention. I love it, girl. You're a badass. You're going to do it. You guys are all going to do this. Let me see what time it is. Amanda, we have 2 minutes before we have to get off of here. But Amanda, are there any other tips? Let me unmute you that you want to add in. And if you guys have any other questions about this topic or vision boards or anything like that, feel free to type in the chat box.
I would just say stop saying that I hope it happens, because I know you correct me all the time, Jess, because I feel like last month I did that a lot, and normally I don't. So stop saying, I would love it if this happened. I would love it, if I could work really hard, it would be cool if. Stop saying if and say when it happens. And The Secret, I'm telling you, it changed my life. So if you've not seen it, like Jess said, watch it, because it's really big on that. And you have to speak it into existence. So believe in yourself. Say it every single day. If nobody else says it to you, that's what I've had to learn, because I'm a stay-at-home mom most of the time anyways, too. I'm with a 4-year-old, and it's crazy. I'm a crazy mom, too. I get it. But you just have to sit down and be like, I got this. I'm going to do it. I don't care how tired I am, because I'm going to do it. And it's going to be great. And don't let yourself get stressed out about it. Just say, it's going to be awesome. And it will work. Not when it works, it will work. That's my best thing. Say when it will work.
I love it. That's a great call, or a great note to end the call on. Thanks so much, Amanda, for speaking, and thanks, ladies, for all sharing tonight and coming on. I hope this added some value into your life. I know it's not our normal teaching kind of thing, even though some of that was thrown in there, but I just felt really important, or I felt like it was really important for us to all come on here and talk about that. I want to give you guys a challenge. This is only for the people that are on this call live till the end, and you can get a prize for doing this. So I want you guys to all make new vision boards if you have not already done so. If you've already done a vision board within the last 2 weeks, then use that one. But make a new vision board, post it in the team page, and I will put everyone's name into like a random thing, and I'll do some giveaways. So do that. I'm not going to tell anyone else about it other than the people that are on this call. I love you girls. You ladies are amazing, and I'll see you on the team page. Bye.